Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ha, this is the old captain coming to you live from Crooked Creek. Now, we tried our first hymn of the week last week, and it was well received, so I thought we'd try another one this week. Last week I had a little trouble getting still, so today we've backed up into what you city folks would call a cul-de-sac. So we're kind of up here out of the wind a little bit, and we're pretty stable. So hopefully we won't be drifting off, and maybe we can even stay on topic. My topic this morning is storms. Storms. For some reason, there's a theology or a belief or a thought in these days that once you become a Christian, that you won't have any more trouble. Have money in the bank, you'll have food in your pantry, a song in your heart, and everything's going to be hunky-dory from now on. Well, folks, that's just not the case. I mean, that's just not true. In fact, it's an out-and-out lie. Jesus himself said in John 16:33, he says, "These things have I spoken to you, that in me you have peace. In this world, you will have tribulation." Tribulation means trouble. "But be of good cheer, I have overcome the world." Now, folks, if Jesus says we're going to have tribulation, we're going to have tribulation. We're going to have troubles. But how we deal with those troubles, I think, is the issue. How we deal with those storms, how we deal with those things that come our way is what makes all the difference in the world. It's been my observation that when people have trouble, they run one of two ways. When the storms come, they run one of two ways. Either they run to God and to His church and to His people, or they run the opposite direction, completely away from the church, completely away from help, completely away from God. And sadly enough, some of them never come back, simply because something happened and it just didn't go as they planned. Folks, life's not fair. You know, early on in my life, I thought, life's fair. You know, if you're a good little boy, things are going to pan out just wonderfully. If you're a jerk, then, it's not going to pan out so well. But folks, bad things happen to good little boys too. That's just the nature of the world that we live in. But where we're grounded, where our anchor is, will determine how we weather those storms. One of my favorite storm story is in Matthew chapter 7, beginning with verse 24. And Jesus is speaking in these verses, telling a story about a couple of fellows that built houses. One of them built his house on the sand, and the other fellow built his house on a rock. So I'm reading Matthew 7, verse 24 through 27. "Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain descended, the floods came, the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall, because it was founded on the rock. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain descended, the floods came, the winds blew and beat on that house, and it fell, and great was its fall." So the storms are going to come. It doesn't say if a storm came or if it ever rained or if it ever got cloudy or whatever. It said when the storms came. And when the storms come, if you're grounded in Jesus Christ, if you're grounded in His Word, you can weather that storm. If you're not, you'll burn up like a cheap cigar. And I'm here to tell you, that's the gospel truth. Well, not terribly many years ago, a song was written, and it's called When the Storm Passes By. It's not if the storm passes by, it's when the storm passes by. And the writer of this song was Mr. Hovey Lister. Now, last week we had an Obadiah, and we might even have that beat this week. This week we have a Hovey, H-O-V-I-E. Not Hobie like the surfboard, not Hobie like the kayak, Hovey. Hovey Lister, Statesman Quartet, gospel singer, wrote this song, When the Storm Passes By. Now, it's not in the Baptist hymnal, maybe one day, but right now it's not. But there's 3 verses, and I'm sure probably a lot of you have heard it, and I hope that you will enjoy it. And again, not for the clarity or the skill, but for the passion behind it. The beauty of being out here, folks, I'm probably a half mile from any human being, maybe even more than that. And you can howl at the moon, and it doesn't bother anybody. I mean, I might have a coyote howling in the background, or a squirrel chirping, or a beaver flapping his tail, but there's not too many critics out here. So that's the way that's the reason I like to come out here to sing. But anyway, we're going to try to sing When the Storm Passes By. In the dark of the midnight have I oft hid my face, while the storm howls above me, and there's no hiding place. Mid the crash of the thunder, precious Lord, hear my cry. Keep me safe till the storm passes by. Till the storm passes over, till the thunder sounds no more, till the clouds roll forever from the sky. Hold me fast, let me stand in the hollow of thy hand. Keep me safe till the storm passes by. Folks, you can see that this isn't just a song, it's a prayer. He's praying that when the storm comes, that God will hold him, protect him in the palm of his hands. Verse 2, many times Satan whispers, there is no need to try, for there's no end of sorrow, there's no hope by and by. But I know thou art with me, and tomorrow I'll rise where the storms never darken the skies. Till the storm passes over, till the thunder sounds no more, till the clouds roll forever from the sky. Hold me fast, let me stand in the hollow of thy hand. Keep me safe till the storm passes by. And listen to this 3rd verse. It's a good one. When the long night has ended and the storms come no more, let me stand in thy presence on the bright, peaceful shore, in that land where the tempest never comes. Lord, may I dwell with thee when the storm passes by, till the storm passes over, till the thunder sounds no more, till the clouds roll forever from the sky. Hold me fast, let me stand in the hollow of thy hand. Keep me safe till the storm passes by. Now, folks, storms are going to come. I'm here to tell you. I don't know how old you are, but if you've never had to face a storm in your life, you need to hang on, because there's one coming. I've heard it said that usually we're either in the midst of a storm, or we've just come out of a storm, or there's one on the horizon. And you say, well, that's kind of the defeatist attitude. That doesn't seem fair. Well, nobody said it was fair. That's just the way things are. I can remember coaching and teaching with a boy that told a student one day, the student said, Coach, that ain't fair. And the coach said, son, he said, fair? He said, fair usually comes once a year, and it's usually in the fall. So storms are going to come, and I hope for your sake that they're not terrible, but if they do, you need to draw close to the Lord. God says that if you draw close to me, I will draw close to you. That's in the book of James. So let me encourage you to draw close to the Lord when the storms come. Don't run the other way. And I just hope and pray that the Lord will keep you safe till the storm passes by. Thank you so much for joining us this week for our Crooked Creek Hymn of the Week. I hope you have a wonderful week, and if you get a chance, you come see us here on Crooked Creek. Take care.